Welcome again to JRN400-730. This is our brief tour of the D2L classroom, which is our online classroom for the class. So I wanted to show you, for those of you who may not be as familiar with D2L as you would like, how to navigate your way through this course because there's a lot of elements. So the first screen, obviously, that you get to is the login screen. So you click on login and then you enter the relevant information. Your next challenge is to find the course. If you don't see it easily visible in your stack, use the drop-down menu, and if necessary, use the search. Then when you find the course, which is JRN400-730, and then you're going to be in that first page. And I always find that the default page kind of scares me because it really doesn't have much on it, and I think, oh my goodness, what happened to the course? The trick, of course, is to go up to the top and click on the Content tab, and that's going to be the tab that you use all the time to find all the materials that you need. So click on that Content tab and then click on the Table of Contents. That's going to show you all of the materials that are available in the course. Of course, some of them may be hidden because of different timing issues. Not everything is going to be available from the beginning of the course. Certain things are going to blink in. But it'll show you what it is that you need to be working on at that time. The first folder that you see, of course, is the key materials. And if you click on that, then you're going to see all of the things that are included there, the syllabus, all of the various materials that are available. Below that is Week 1 Welcome and Showcasing Your Work. And when you click on that, you see that there are quite a few elements that are going to be available for you. And we begin with these videos that we're looking at, so I guess I don't need to tell you too much about those. The next item is our PDF, JRN400 Community and Food. That's a foundational document that I have provided for you that gives you some sort of inspiration for the kinds of stories that you would be able to do under this topic. So make sure to download that and take a look at that. The next thing that you're going to see is the Community and Food Discussion Forum. This is the discussion forum for the class where we're going to share thoughts on story ideas, how you're going to tell the story, share ideas on sources, other issues. This is where you post the link to your portfolio. You have to do a draft of your portfolio site by the end of the first week. So you need to be able to post that link to the discussion forum. The discussion forum is the place where we'll have a lot of things happening. The next item that you see is reporting with a drone. Now this could be upsetting to some people. I'll give you a bit of a trigger warning. It's kind of disturbing video. But I just wanted to show you all of the new ways that people are telling stories nowadays. This is a story that, quite honestly, I cannot figure out any other way to do it. Now I'm not sure, given state and federal laws, whether what was done to get this video is completely legal in all places. I don't know, and that's actually one of the ethical issues I want you to discuss and think about for some of your stories, is what are the ethics involved. But I wanted you to see what is done, and I want you to give me those 3 takeaways, right? 3 takeaways at least from watching that video. You can earn 10 points for this, and trust me, those extra 10 points could mean the difference between a 3, 5, and a 4, so you're going to want to rack those up when you can. So give me your 3 takeaways. Put a doc file into the Dropbox on reporting with a drone. I'm not going to bother showing you Journalists Must Create a Personal Brand, but that's again another assigned reading. That one does not come with extra points, but I think it's an important thing for you to know. If you don't understand the issues of branding, that'll give you some background. Then you see 2 segments that are story package planning guides, okay? For story 1 and story 2. You need one for each, because you have to fill these out. By the end of the week, you have to come up with the idea, or at least the sort of draft idea that you're going to have for the story that you want to work on. The next item that you see in the list is ASFs. And if you take a look at that, this is a document that's going to help you think through the kinds of elements that you might be using to go along with the text in your stories, the kinds of elements that you might want to be the person to create to earn points. Then there are 2 entries for portfolios, what makes your portfolio site unique, and then a lecture by Jen Ware on the portfolio. And it's a nice short lecture, but it'll give you a great overview about the basic elements that everybody's going to be looking for. Remember, you have to post your draft link by the end of the week in that discussion forum, because next week you're going to have to critique at least 2 portfolios from other students. And remember, this is where our courtesy and our respect for one another. Focus on the things that they need to improve, make suggestions, that kind of thing. We'll talk a bit about that next week. The bottom item is a place where you can submit your Facebook name and your Gmail account so that we can add you to the private Facebook group for the class, and that you can use that to ask questions of each other and collaborate. This is sort of your space. I also need to add you to the Google Drive folder. Again, if one of you wants to step up to the leadership plate and say, I would be happy to help with design, or I would be happy to help with organizing the Google Drive information, or I would be happy to sort of monitor our Facebook page. Those are ways for you to earn extra points. Remember, I have 100 discretionary points I could give you, and I can dole them out for various kinds of tasks. So make sure to communicate in the discussion forum and also on the Facebook page about things that you're willing to do, and to let me know what kinds of things you're interested in doing. This gives you an overview of how D2L works for this class. If you have any questions on D2L, I'm not going to be the person that's going to be terribly helpful for you with technical issues, because I may or may not be available at the time you need the help. So you are going to call area code 517-355-2345. And trust me, those people are so helpful. Admittedly, I was surprised they weren't open on the 4th of July, but they're open almost every other day, around the clock. You can get them at 3 o'clock in the morning when you're tearing your hair out. So take advantage of those opportunities because they're available to you. Thank you.